Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm super excited to have you here today. Stay tuned to see how I make these emboss resist cards. I wanted to start off by showing you the card that I made for today's video. Here it is in all its glory. Check that out, so pretty. I love that emboss resist technique. It's magic. Just look at that. So now on to the supplies that you need to make this card. We're going to be using the Hi There wafer die from CZ Design Collection, and then the A2 layering dies from Waffle Flower. And then I'm going to be using this giant cling rubber background stamp from Simon Hurley. It's called Flower Garden. So now what we're doing is I'm just prepping my space here to start the magic here. Okay, so for today's card panel, I'm using Tim Holtz watercolor cardstock, the distressed watercolor cardstock, and it is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inches. So I'm just taping it down to the inside door of my Misty, and I'm getting out my Rabbit Hole Designs embossing powder tool, and you want to cover the entire piece of cardstock, the whole piece of cardstock. There we go. And now we're going to get ready to ink up the stamp. So I'm getting my Versamark ink out here. It's a clear ink. It's a watermark. So you want to make sure to cover up the whole stamp, because we're going to use the whole thing today. Because we want to cover up the whole panel with the stamp. There we go. And now I'm getting out my stamping bug here. This just helps with my adding the pressure here. There we go. And watch this. I think the camera's picking it up. Like I said, it's a watermark, so there you go. You can see it now. Okay, so now we're going to get ready to pour over the embossing powder. So I'm using the white detail embossing powder from Simon Says Stamp. And I'm just pouring it all over the card panel. All over, there we go. And just tapping off the axis. Tap, tap, tap. That clothespin comes in handy. Got a little bit where I didn't want it. There we go. It doesn't leave any fingerprints behind that way. And now I'm just funneling the leftovers back into the container. There we go. That was just a piece of cardstock that I used, one of my cheap pieces of cardstock to help with the leftovers. And now we're on to the fun part here. Getting out my heat tool. And you want to melt it until it's shiny. So you can start to see in a few seconds here. Just melt the whole panel till it's all nice and shiny. There we go. You want to make sure your heat gun is nice and hot. See, I think the camera's picking up there. There we go. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? Love it. Just get it the back there because it kind of warped a little bit. Kind of trying to flatten out the card panel again. There we go. That's ready to go. So cool. Okay, so now on to coloring the background panel here with the inks. I got out a rainbow of inks here. I'm using my Distress Oxide inks. Starting out with Picked Raspberry in the upper left-hand corner. And then I'm going to move on to Dry Marigold and Squeeze Lemonade. And I don't know why I didn't do this in the first place. Sorry, I have to clean that off there and get out my Altenews low tack sticky mat. I don't know why I didn't do this to begin with. It will hold my cardstock in place to make it easier to blend. There we go. That's much better. Then we're going to go on to Twisted Citron and Peacock Feathers. And as I cover up the whole card panel here, I'll put on some music as I finish off the panel. Okay, now that the card panel is done, you want to get out a piece of paper towel or a rag to buff off the ink of the embossed images. So I'm just getting out a microfiber cloth here and rubbing off the axis. There we go. That looks awesome. I'm super happy with how this background turned out. The embossed images will resist the sponge ink. So that looks great. That's exactly what I wanted. Now since these inks are water reactive, I just got a little bit of water out here and drop some on. Just because. There we go. Give it a little bit more interest. Not that it needed it, but just thought it might be a little bit fun. And just peeling it off the sticky mat. So I wanted to use all the pieces here. I didn't want to waste anything. So I'm mounting this card panel that I just cut out onto the gold matte cardstock. Just like that with my Gina K dot runner. And then I wanted to frame it out with the leftover there. I thought this looked really neat. Like I said, I didn't want to waste anything. So this was my idea to not waste. There we go. Isn't that neat? And now adding more Gina K dot runner. And gonna add it to the card base here. This is a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 card. And then just holding it down with an acrylic block to make sure. So now I'm just set up here to piece together the hi there from the CZ Design Collection. This is a great friendly greeting to have in your stash. I just love it. The nice thing about this set includes the dies for both the main greeting as well as the outline, which is really nice. So I'm just gluing I cut out 3 hi there's here. I cut out 2 in white cardstock and 1 in gold matte cardstock because I wanted to match the frame of the card there. So I'm just using my Hero Arts glue. I was having trouble with my glue this week. Have any of you had trouble with your glue lately with this cold weather? Let me know in the comments below. I know I've been having some trouble. It's been in the 20s in the mornings here in Austin, and this week we're supposed to have a few days at the highs in the 40s. So it's been quite chilly for here anyways. It's supposed to, I think, warm up next week, so hopefully I won't have any more trouble with my glue. But anyway, I just adhere that to the vellum, and now I'm adding the glue to the cardstock so it doesn't show through the vellum. This is clear. This will dry clear, so you won't have to worry about that. So just placing this right into the center there. I just love how this turned out. and put an acrylic block down to hold it and make sure it adheres. And then I'm getting out my reverse sentiments here. I have two that I picked out for the two cards that I made for this video. One says "You'll be okay," and the other one is "Hope this card helps." I thought those were nice sub-sentiments for this card. Anyways, while I finish this up, I just wanted to thank you very much for watching my videos, watching my content. Remember, if you like my videos, please subscribe, hit that thumbs up button, drop a comment, and share it with your friends. I greatly appreciate it. I also wanted to give a big shout out to all my subscribers and my existing subscribers and my new subscribers. I really, really appreciate you all very much. So thank you. I always get nervous doing these voiceovers. I hope it doesn't come off that way, but I'm trying to get better about it. So now we're just finishing up the card here, adding the sub-sentiment. I'm using the waffle flower foam adhesive here. I love these little strips. These work great for these sub-sentiments. And I'm just adding it to underneath the hi there. So fun. Sometimes you just need, I'm always making Christmas cards, birthday cards, thanks cards. Sometimes you just need, a just because kind of card. I've been making those lately too, I guess. But I like this. And I'm just getting out my little gold embellishments here to add to the front of the card. Picked out an even number and just kind of scattered them around. There we go. I think that's a good spot. Adding two more up at the top here. So as I finish up this card, I just wanted to say thank you again so very much. I appreciate y'all spending your time with me, and I will see you guys again in the next video. Ciao for now.